Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper. Guys, in this video today, before I get started, I want to say two things to everybody. Number one is the Georgia Guidestones. I'm going to be setting up a meetup to pray for the destruction of that place. I'm literally going to drive down and pray over that place that the Most High Yah just do a new thing, like he did Moshe's day, like how he opened the ground and swallowed up Korah and all them, that the Most High will open up the ground and swallow up that place or make an earthquake or something happen to that. I hate that place. I've really been looking at it lately. I did not get that in this past year so far, and before the scriptural new year, I'm driving down there now that I'm home from doing business for a few months. In the off-grid world, I'm going to go do that and pray over it. So I'll be setting the information up if you'd like to meet me out there that day when I'm down there. It'd be an honor to have fellow believers pray along. I think the more stronger we are together to pray against evil, the more results we're going to see. And some people might think I'm crazy over that. I think it's time to start making plays for the kingdom. The New World Order is in full motion. That is like a monument to their kingdom, and I want to see it gone. So that's that on that. Another thing is I'm going to be doing a video coming up about why I think it's important about cryptocurrency, crypto mining, and stuff like that, how it can benefit you for prepping and later down the road, because guys, I got into it. I've been buying guns with it. I've been buying prep food. I've been paying bills. Guys, I mean, I'm so serious about this, like that I'm probably going to be like, maybe stop doing off-grid construction next year altogether and just do this full-time and stay home and do ministry work. And also, if you want to check out the link in the video description below to go to crypto.com, there's a link there. Sign up with them, get going. You get 25 bucks. I get 25 bucks for telling you about it. Get you some SHIB coin. Save it up for 3, 4, 5 years. The guy that said to buy $1 in Bitcoin years ago is now telling people to get some SHIB. So get you some SHIB, set on it. 3, 4 years right before the world falls completely apart, and you have to have a poke to even breathe or step outside your door. Cash it in, get all your preps, get off grid, and disappear. Right? All right. So that's the two things on news side of things, because I know I haven't been on here with you in about a week or so. I want to talk to you about something serious today. Is that there is, I want to send a shout out to Brother Allen for sharing this with me on Facebook the other day. All right, now this is where we're at with this. There is a national database being put together, apparently. You can see in the picture here that I'm putting up. You can go reference this stuff, do your own research. Don't ever take anything I say for face value. Always, trust but verify, right? So this is being set up. Now, what I want to do is roll back, way back, okay? In Nazi Germany in World War II, actually, in the promulgation in the time of World War II, you've seen like this database created to keep up with the Jews, or I'm going to refer to them as the Ashkenazis, and the whole thing with, what was it, IBM, I think was the company that, I think it was IBM that done it. Was the business company that helped make the machines that helped track the people. What we're seeing is a redo of that in our generation, okay? And the thing is with that going into effect, right, I'm going to just start ironing this down real quick. The fact that is being put in place is to start filtering out those that comply and those that don't comply, because I'm going to tell you folks, it's going to come down to where the rubber meets the road. It's going to start being a divide, okay? I mean, it already is a divide, but for people that cannot clearly see its divide, this is going to be the rubber meets the road. All right, now, I say all that because I'm going to build a serious case for why I continue to believe this. Dabu7 made a video on YouTube. I'll try to find it, put the link in the video description. I watched it the other day. Friend Brother Joseph sent that to me. Shout out to Brother Joseph. And in the video, and I agree with it 100%, is because I've drove like Interstate 4 through Florida, right, down through there. I love going to Florida and working for customers, but I also love just go there to go to the beach in St. Augustine. It's my favorite place in the world, practically. And the lights there, they're that purple glow, right? And if you look TikTok, people's been showing the magnet thing sticking in the arm for people that took the poke. Well, they're also now showing where that if you take that black light, the people's vein and stuff will glow from where they took it. The patch that they're trying to get going, Bill Gates and them, once that is actually initialized and people start getting that that under the hand scannable, I'll try to find the picture and put it up here too, of where that Bill Gates says that he's got this thing where that pretty much it's connected to the cloud. You scan it, it's like QR code, it's connected to the cloud, connected to your currency, connected to everything. It's crazy stuff, but nevertheless, that looks like where we're headed. Well, now, an interesting thing to add to that, though, is that, right now, people's just, it started out with the lights, that it was like, oh, well, it was a mistake with the lights. Dude, a lot of people were working on the light fixtures out in the middle of Nowheresville, USA. When I was out in Kansas recently for a customer, I've done many projects for over the years. My goodness, I'm like, this is not, you can tell me it's an accident, but I'm like, you ship millions of bulbs out, hundreds, thousands, millions, whatever, and they go in and people's like, oh, well, it's just a mistake, we're going to correct it. And then the more you look at it, it started out, that's what they say, but then they add more and more and more. And before long, it'll be like on city streets and it'll be everywhere, and people's getting used to seeing this. And the thing is because imagine being the police or the modern Gestapo and the new Nazi Germany, and you see people going down the street like myself, and I'm not glowing, but you see the other people walking, you look at them and their hands glowing, they're easily detectable. I see where this is starting to head, okay? And if you look, a video I made in the past, try to put the link in the video description for it as well, Operation Dark Winter, right? And I need to write this stuff down, all the things I got to put in here. Dark Winter. All right. The video I made about that, they've done a training exercise, and I believe it was back in 2008. In that training exercise, it was to respond to a smallpox outbreak. Now, Bill Gates is saying that the next thing that's going to pop off is smallpox. Now, this is interesting because the people that's took the pokey, is that those people will most likely drop out and delete fast, okay? Because they pretty much already self-deleted the minute they took the poke, right? But it's just a matter of time the meter's running. And from everybody I've had interactions with that I personally know, or I personally know them and they know somebody, some people took this thing and died in 3 to 5 days, a week's time, and that's pretty straight on. I mean, ever since Hank Aaron, I've been mindful of this stuff, and the military starting to take over, filling in the gaps in hospitals and stuff like that. People's going to start getting used to seeing the military presence. You're going to start getting used to seeing the response thing like that with Operation Dark Winter or whatever. Uncle Joe, non-elected but appointed Uncle Joe in office, POTUS, wannabe, is already said Dark Winter, okay? And we are about to actually officially enter the winter zone mode. And, it leads me back to think about, if they do go with the smallpox thing, then you end up with actually the finally needing to start use those plastic coffins that were stacked up years ago. I think that I seen something about that way back 2012. You're going to see Rex 84 stuff probably being put into mode. And if you haven't studied Rex 84 out, you really need to go look that up about the FEMA camps, stuff like that. I think you're going to start seeing, a modern day Auschwitz with the FEMA camp thing in the due process of time, because the next real pop-off, there's 3 types of people at this point, I really believe. There's people that didn't care and just went along with the program. There's people that's kind of on the fence, that's like people like Luke. They're like, myself. They're like, the guy might be crazy, might not be at this point. And then there's people like myself. It's like, I'm not complying. Those people in the middle is a large populace still. And when you have a situation go down where the people that easily went along with the program and now get smallpox and drop out by the multitudes, millions, and then going into the billions, and then they freak out Now they're going to go along with the program this time, right? And so that leaves you, my friend, that didn't comply on the outs. Now, I know I've crammed a lot of stuff together real quick, but that leads me all the way full circle back to the fact that, like what I said, is that with the database being created, by the way, guys, it's Berkey water. Berkey video I done recently. Oh, every time, get a good Berkey, hang on to it. This one's working great for the farm. Everything that is being set up right now with that database, it's the beginning of the tipping point, because there used to be, I know it was a conversation, fusion centers, okay, is that certain trigger words, would bring that call over the fusion center to be tapped and listened to and stuff like that. And we're entering into an interesting dynamic where the things of Nazi Germany, the things that people feared in the Patriot Act, and the things that this Rona environment has created, the zombies of fear, FUD running, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, that they've got this whole atmosphere now where this could literally become a thing. Okay, like this whole scenario I've explained out to you become a thing. And the thing is too, is that with the database in place, say the scenario runs that we have a smallpox. That's the next thing. All right, because now I'm going to tell you what they're going to run this for as long as they can. So if it ends up being smallpox as the next outbreak thing or whatever, then be warned that based on the things that have been published, the military practicing, for crying out loud, guys, I went down the road today with Humvees. A truck passed me with some Humvees, rocket launchers on them. I think they were surface to air, but they also could be surface to surface projectile missiles. Let's see, there was a guy down TikTok, had the train running. It had 2 Abrams per flat, and I think there was probably 20-30 flats that went by just before the video cut out. People's just reporting on this stuff. Like I said, I literally just went to the baby doctor appointment with my wife today. All sorts of military equipment on the road passing me. And don't y'all be saying, well, they just bringing it back from the Middle East. No, we left that for the Taliban. All right? Or as Coach Greg Adams says on his program on YouTube, the Taliban, I think. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. But, this is a clear and present possibility, the information I've shared with you today. It's not like, but remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're well past the point of conspiracy theory now. Like, if you want to just research your stuff, go pull it up, you can. What is the word? Philanthropist, Bill Gates. Just hearing him talk usually gives me a memoir about what's already going to come around the corner, regardless of the rest of the stuff, because he's so wicked. But I just want to share this information with you guys. The database things, that looks like that's lock solid. Information's right there at the beginning of the video, so you could go find it for yourself. Love y'all. Get prepared. I really feel like we're just down to a few years on this thing, regardless of when the Most High Yah comes back and his kingdom's established. As far as crap hitting the fan, New World Order mode established, you need to be getting done whatever you're going to get done next couple of years. That's why I'm thinking I'm going to curtail the off-grid business of my own to buying Bitcoin, staying home, taking care of my own ends. A lot of things shifting. So, as always, till we see you again here, 7 Trump's Prepper Channel. Hope Most High Yah Baruch you and keep you, make his face shine upon you, show you favor, and give you shalom, my friends. In Yahushua name.